Students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing fine. Let us start today's class. Let me share my screen so that we could understand more about the class. Okay. So students, what do you think what we have done in previous class? Yes. Just recall yourself and identify what we have done in previous class. Is a question in front of you related to that? How many type of alignments are there? What do you think? We have done about the alignments in previous class. There was left, right, center, justify. Now I have given you the hint. So what do you think? How many types of alignments are there? Yes, four. Four types of alignments are there: left, right, center, and justify. Okay, so we would be clicking to the fourth option, that is for the alignments which we use in MS Word. Okay, so these are the four alignments we use. So students, what are you inferring from this picture? Like we have done about the alignments, we have done about the spacing. What do you think that what this colorful text tool, or we could say, is inferring? You can notice that it is showing some title where the text is highlighted, the background of the text is highlighting, isn't it? Yes. So this is a kind of shading, we could say. In drawing also we used to do shading, isn't it? So in MS Word also we call it shading text. This is our today's topic, that is shading text in MS Word. While creating MS Word, we require to have shading on a text. It could be a background color also, it could be a text color also, that is shading text. This is what we're gonna learn about in today's class. So these are the learning outcomes for today. Today you would be able to identify the use of shading text, then you would be appreciating the use of shading text in MS Word, then you would be analyzing the various options shading text have, then you would be able to apply shading text in MS Word. You can differentiate between ident increase and ident decrease in MS Word. We would be doing further and you would be more clear about it. Okay. So what about the shading text? What this shading text actually is? It is actually the, we could say, the highlights. Like sometimes we feel like we are having lot of subtopics. Okay. In case of that, what we do is we are thinking about that the text or the highlights or heading I am giving in the next paragraph, that is not so much highlighted, where I given the headings or title in the beginning of the we could say paragraph. Like if I ask for the, let me give you an idea over here. If I have to write the essay on pollution, you might know about the pollution. Pollution is just like of various types: air pollution, water pollution, which is polluting the environment. So what we're gonna do is we would be writing, we would be giving topic pollution. Okay, I have given the writing pollution. Now what I do is I am writing it is affecting our environment. Environment. Okay, now I have written that in a manner. Now in the next heading I want to give the types of pollution. You might have done in your science class also. Now what I feel is like, if I am giving points: air pollution, pollution, water pollution, you can observe is that now what I want to do is, let me write two over here. What I'm observing is that this heading is quite, common. It is not looking so different from the pollution one. They are looking quite similar to each other. Now I want to highlight it. What I would be doing, I would be selecting it and I would be using the option which we were gonna do in a practical form in the last session. This is what the purpose. Now I have selected it. It is looking quite different from the pollution and the other headings. So this is what the purpose of shading text is, that it is making the titles headings highlighted so that we could identify the same. Now you can see here, okay, the shading has been stopped. Let me share again. Now this shading text does what is, you can see here this option coming here. Let me show in the next slide. Yes, you can see here the text is highlighted for the background, so you are more focusing, your eyes are more focusing on the objectives of KB. As you can see that it is more highlighted, you are focusing less on the text which is written downwards. This is what the function of shading text is. Okay, so now I would like to ask you, what is the need of shading text? Now I have explained though, but you would be giving me more reasons for the same. Yes, you can take few seconds. I'm giving you few seconds. You can think about it. Yes, I hope you have thought about it now. Yes, so shaping text, as I discussed only, that it is for highlighting and giving idea what to say. It is our eye-catching thing. Whenever we have given background color, shade text is applied on the text. Our eyes catch that title more often. Okay, rather than the entire paragraph fonts which is written under it. Okay, so these are some uses of shading text. Okay, so here's a question in front of you. You have to just tell, is it a true or false? Like, shading helps you distinguish headlines and important passages. What do you think about it? I'm giving you a few seconds to think about it. Yes. So shading helps in distinguishing headlines, like in newspapers also, like in on your notebooks also. You are focusing more on headlines. As I told you that headlines are highlighted by using of shading text, so that we could have our more focus on this. Okay. So this statement is true. The answer would be true for this. Okay. So good. If you have answered true, they are absolutely correct. Excellent. So what are the options of shading? Like we have done about the background shading, background color, and we also talk about the color in shading. What do you think? There could be other options also. Let us see if there is other option. Yes, there are other options also. We have discussed about the color. Now, after clicking this option, we are observing there are more sub three categories where we can see that fill option is there where we could give colors on the background, where after that there are patterns also. We have just talked about the colors on the backgrounds, but there are patterns also. You can see the check patterns are there, linings are there. So here is a style. If we are clicking on it, we would be having a lot of patterns under it. Then colors are there for the patterns also. Colors are available here. We would be using them all, then we would be able to understand more about it. So students, now you have to fill this blank. Shading offers options like fill, dash and color. Now you have to fill in the options. Now in the last slide only we have done about the three options. In after clicking that shading text, we are having three options. That was fill, filling color, then yes, you are thinking it right. Yes, style. The second option was style. So the blank here would be style. Then after that, the color option was also there. So the blank would be filled with the style option. Okay. Good. Whoever has given the style answer, they have understood it quite well. Good. So now students, you have to look in the camera. That means you have to see this book and tell me. You can observe here the A is written here in a capital letters. But you can observe how this has been written. Have you ever thought about it? I think you might have wondered many times, because I have wondered it many times how they have written this text. Like A is in a huge word, and the three lines are going in a flow, but this letter is stable over here. How they have done it? What do you think? How do they print it, or how do they write it? What do you think about it? If you are not able to see this, let me show it again. Yes, because I forgot that camera was not so visible. Now you can see that is written over here, but the three lines are covered with this. Okay, so what do you think how this text is written or printed? Any ideas? You can think about it. Obviously, if we are printing books from Word files, then definitely we would be having some option over here. Let us see what is the option. That is indenting text. This is the option where we could write the text or the paragraphs, whichever we are writing. We have done about the alignment text. Okay, if we are using alignment of the left hand side, right hand side, but what about if we want the alignment to be used on the same categories, or in the 2-3 lines only, not on the entire paragraph, but on 2-3 line also. You can see from here only the intended paragraph is written away. That means they have choose the 3 lines and they have attached some, they could attach some alphabet over here, or they have given spacing, we could say alignment to these 3 lines only. Okay, so these options are available over here. These are icons for this option, that is intent increase, intent decrease. You can see that, isn't it? It is also quite looking like an alignment. In the lower line you can see alignments are there. It is also looking same. It is also a kind of alignment, but to the few lines only. Okay, we would be using and understanding more about it. You can see the small dialog box is there, which is also saying in indent and spacing, where a lot of options are there. Alignment left is there, body text is there, left, right is there, size is also there, before, after, spacing is there, lot of options. And this preview is like after using these options, you can see how it looks like. Okay, alignments are there. Okay, so this is how you can do the same. So now you have to select in this option, like select the appropriate one. You have to select the option which is right for this question. Which of the following are two correct options of intending text? You have to identify that what is the right words used for intending text. That is intent increase and intent decrease, or intent increase and intent decrease, or increase and decrease. What do you think? What is the appropriate answer for the same? You have to identify the correct two options. I'm giving you a few seconds. You can think about it. Yes. So what is the right answer? The right answer is first option. Whosoever has given the first options or thought about the first option, they are absolutely correct. So well done, all of you who have selected for the first option, because you the answer is already, a hint is given in the question, that is intending. Intent word is started from this, and increasing decreases there. There's no word that starts like intend. So and increasing decreases is not again the option. So the answer is first one. Now let's move to the for the virtual lab for practicing. Okay, oh, this is the last slide. Let me show you my entire screen, because one option only could there for sharing the entire screen. Yes. So now I would be closing it. Now we would be going to the start button. We would be going to Microsoft Word. Then now today we have done about the which type? Yes, you have spelled it right. Let us write. We are learning sharing text, and what is the another type? That is intent texting. This is what we are learning today. I would be increasing the size so that you can watch it visibly, and I would be using the B option. This is for the bold, so that the text is visible to you. Now you can see we were using this option. Okay, the paint one. I have selected it. I'm clicking on this option. Yes. So what you are observing here? The text or the background has been changed with various colors. The background I was talking about for the highlights. This is what is a function of shading text. Okay. Let me give some bright color so that you can also read the text. Yes. Let's suppose we have given the purple option. Now we are clear with the shading text now. Okay. This could be the heading for the paragraphs or text. What about the next option we were talking about? Let me write this. Control C, control. No, I won't be writing using the same option. Okay, fine. I have written it a lot of time. So we would be considering the two lines first. Let us try for this option. Left is, there's no fun of clicking to the left because left is by default. Okay, we will be clicking on the right option. What you are noticing here? The text has slightly shifted to the right, but not the entire one. The entire one is for this alignment option that would be shifting to the totally right hand side. But here you can notice this option has been shifted to the slightly right, like here I've shown you in the book also. They have shifted to the slightly right hand side. So this is the functioning of the intent in decrease and increase. Now decrease is like going to the left hand side. You can see going to the left hand side, that is decreased. Then going to the right hand side is like this. Okay, so these were the two options we did in today's class. So now I hope you are well understood by this. Let me conclude my lesson now. Yes. So we will be concluding it. And let's see. Let me stop sharing the entire screen first. Yes. Now let's see how it looks like. Yes. So today we have learned about the shading text, then we have understood about the indenting text, then we have understood about the various options in the shading text. Okay, I would like to ask you, what is shading text now? I have explained it many times, so I assume you are all are clear with the shading text now. Yes. Yes, you are understanding it right. Shading text is the background color which is given to the text. Okay, fine. You can conclude in this only. Just giving for highlights and all. After that, what is the intent increase and decrease? Now, I'm again giving you a few seconds for this. Yes. Intent increase is for giving alignment slightly to the left side, but which is already by default. Intent decreases slightly to the right hand side, not to the entire right, but slightly to the right hand side, just making the eye-catchy text. We use intent decrease. Okay, so now I hope you all are clear well. So this is a homework in front of you. These are two questions you would be writing in the notebook. What are the uses for intent increase and intent increase? You would be writing the steps of using shading text in your notebooks. Then you would be making a chart of output which would be obtained after using shading text. Okay, I know you love to do coloring and all, so I would be assuming you to do tasks of computers on your notebook, or on your drawing options also. You can use a lot of colors and use these options which are to be asked in this homework assignment. Okay, and the next one is you have to use the options which we have done in today's class, that is shading text and intent text. Okay, so this is what we have done in today's class. So I'm done for today's class. Thank you so much for attention, students. Thank you.